Hey, but tell me why I'm working overtime and I'm still freaking broke. And now, don't get me wrong, I make good money. I make over $25 an hour. But I do have 3 kids and a wife. And let me tell you, leading a family is financially stressful. I work all the overtime I'm allowed to get. Anytime I can get any overtime, I always work it. But no matter how much overtime I work, it doesn't seem like this paycheck to paycheck thing will ever end. And that's just something that I deal with and I kind of internalize and I don't talk about. But I can't be the only one that feels this way, right? I mean, surely there are other people out there who are tired of just getting by, man. Like, when I was in high school, just 10 years ago, like, $10 or $12 an hour was really good money. And I remember thinking, if I could just get out and make 15 bucks an hour, I'm set. I'll have a good savings. I'll be able to afford a house, a car. I'm 29 years old. And though some of it is, actually, I would say a lot of it is because of some of the decisions I made in my teenage years and early adulthood. A lot of why I don't have a house is because of the economy and how shit is just expensive. Like, I don't know. It's disgusting, to be honest. Like, just to live and not have any money to do anything with. If you agree, let me know in the comments. But what are we doing about it? That's another thing. You know, instead of complaining about it, what are we doing about it? Let me know some side hustles. I've tried a whole lot of stuff, but mostly this TikTok right here, if you've watched to this point, you're helping me get to that goal. So I appreciate it. Even if only 200 of you end up seeing it.
I don't care how much overtime you work. It will never be the solution to you making more money. And the reason why is because you're trading your time for money. You're overworking yourself and you're falling off into a higher tax bracket, which basically just means that you're working for free. So you're doing all that physical damage, emotional damage, exhausting yourself, because on your paycheck, when you've got 25 hours of overtime, it looks like you're going to have a lot of money. But when those taxes hit, you realize real quickly 25 hours of overtime is probably equivalent to working 8 hours of regular time, guys.
So you're telling me that as a salaried worker, I can work overtime for no extra pay because that's included in my salary. That if I finish all of my work before 5, I should be looking for more work to do? Yeah, that makes 0 sense to me. You have to honestly applaud whoever built this system because they were so fucking smart. How are we all okay with that? I've had so many jobs where I'm working well over the 40 hours a week and it's expected ever say, oh, I have a little extra bandwidth. They are throwing shit at me. Like, no. If it's on my job description, sure. Don't start getting funny with it. Or you can start to pay me overtime. You pick your poison. I feel I'm getting taken advantage of. Not surprised, but I'm pissed.
So a lot of these workers and Americans in general are saying that working overtime is a scam. And to be honest, after hearing what they're trying to say in these TikToks and the ones that are going to play later in the video, I kind of agree, because it's like you get taxed. Basically, all your money's gone. But then that's basically just a job in general. You know what I'm saying? And the most recent girl, how it's like, why would you look for more work when you're working on a salary? That's kind of how I always thought about hourly wages. It's like, why wouldn't I just do the bare minimum? Because I get paid the same amount as whether I did the bare minimum of what's required, versus if I like worked my ass off, worked as hard as I can, did everything as fast as I can, look for more work and more work and more work. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with the other guy where overtime will never make you wealthy because you're trading time for money, you know what I'm saying? And that's any job, to be honest. Like, I think you need to find some way, because like, I think about every rich person, they've outsourced, or they either make a crazy ass amount like doing whatever they do, or they've outsourced all the work to people who like do it cheaper, and they take the profits, and then they can just make a bunch of little versions of those, so they all have income coming in and still have like time wealth, or I don't know how you want to word it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about overtime and just jobs in general, and we're gonna get into it in this video. So yeah, let's get into it.
Biggest scam in the working world has to be working overtime. Like, you're all excited, yeah, I worked the extra 20 hours this month, I can't wait to see my paycheck. You got paid for 7 because half of it got taxed and more of it went into national insurance and student loan fees. You're better off just chasing your dreams. Those extra 20 hours, I'm telling you, go home and start a side hustle or something. Chase your dreams. It might not be the greatest in the short term, but in the long term, you will thank me. Overtime is not doing anything for you or your pockets.
You shouldn't have to work overtime. If people constantly brag about how there's no tax on overtime, oh, I would love to have no tax on overtime, you shouldn't even have to work overtime. Shouldn't they just pay you enough to work 40 hours and you be able to afford all of your bills on those 40 hours? Instead, they have you guys convinced that you should work 60 hours. But hey, we'll just not tax you. So you get like a little bit more money back. Brainwashed. You guys are falling victims to the system. They want you to work and work and work and work and work instead of paying you a good amount of money for you to afford a home, transportation, healthcare, food, basic necessities in a 40-hour work week. And if we're being really honest, 40 hours is too fucking much time, especially when people have families. But I digress. On a 40-hour work week, you should make enough fucking money to not have to work overtime. Nobody should be working overtime. There is no reason any fucking human being should be working 60 hours a week. I know I used to work 12 to 16-hour shifts almost every fucking day. There's no time for your family. There's no time for sleep. It's not healthy.
Every time I make a video that has anything to do with overtime, working extra hours, or anything like that, I get a lot of comments that say, if you're not working 80 hours, you're part-time, baby. That's fucking terrible. Okay, let me tell you why. If you have to work 80 hours a week, every single week to live your life and pay your bills, do things like that, you have fucked up. And I'm saying this to you. This is a real thing. You have fucked up. Okay. I have set my life up to where I can pay everything I got on a 40-hour a week paycheck. Okay. And a lot of people are going to say, well, I don't make enough money to do that in 40-hour week paycheck. Get a different trade. Go work somewhere else. That's all there is to it. If you're not making enough money in your 40-hour a week paycheck to pay your bills and live the life that you want to live, you need to get a different job. That is all there is to it. Point blank, no bullshit. I don't care where the fuck you live, what kind of inflation, nothing. I don't care. Okay. If you have to take your ass to work and work all this overtime every week just to live, you're not living. You're working. You're just existing. Okay. You have no life. And that's the sad truth of it. Okay. And what the really bad part about all that is people who set their lives up to work 80-hour week paychecks every single week, or hell, even 70-hour every single week. Boy, 20 years from now, you probably ain't gonna be alive. You're gonna have busted knees, back surgeries, neck surgeries scheduled right behind each other. You're not gonna be able to get out in the yard and run around with your grandchildren or kids or anything like that, because you have worked yourself to death. You have. Somebody like me, I'm gonna work 60 hours, 50 hours, hell, 40 hours if I can get away with it, for damn sure, if it's close to the house. And I'm gonna grow up with my family, go to all events I can go to, go hang out with my friends on the weekends, put the boat in the water, have a good time, mow my yard, or just do absolutely fucking nothing if I want to. Okay. Overtime is the biggest scam that was ever done, because you don't make that much more money, but the places you work get way more benefit than you do. All right. And a lot of people will say, well, I work somewhere where I have to work. I'm on a rig, I'm on a land rig, or fucking man camp, blah, blah. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Well, most of you guys are going to get 14 on, 14 off, 30 on, 30 off. Everybody sees that and they're like, oh, well, they're working all that. I can do that. You're not understanding that if you start working 80 hours a week and you base your life around, well, I can make $1,000 truck payment. I can make a $1,400 house payment. Well, I can pay my wife's $800 car payment. That shit starts adding up quick. And one day you're not going to be able to turn down overtime. Okay. I got a good couple buddies. They've got all the shit you can want, all the toys, big toy boxes, and they don't use them. He puts his boat in the water 3 or 4 times a year. He rides a side-by-side 10 or 12 times a year on rides. That's it. Because if he doesn't work 80-hour a week every single week that he's offered it, he can't afford his lifestyle anymore. And that's what you need to realize, that all that shit's great, but eventually you're going to want to not do that. You're going to want to go home and spend some time with your family and friends. If you set your life up to where you can't, you're going to be miserable without a doubt. But yet again, this is just my opinion. Some people love it. Some people wouldn't want to do anything but work themselves to death. I'm going to live and I'm going to work, but I'm damn sure going to live more than I work. That's a fact. But let me know what y'all think. Are you a fan of the 80-hour work week? Are you a fan of the 60-hour work week? Do you think I'm lazy because I just want to work 40 hours and have time with my family? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Me personally, I'm going to work a 50-hour work week and be happy about it. I'm going to work an 80-hour week when I need some extra cash for a vacation or my wife a big gift or something like that. But if I ain't got to work it, I'm not going to. And at the end of the day, I hope you're not either, because the only person that benefits with overtime is the place you are working, and they don't give a fuck about you. You better make sure you remember that. So let me know.
But I'm not gonna lie, that first guy, he's basically saying what I'm saying, where it's like you get taxed for most of it, right? And the second guy, the guy with the construction in the construction one we just saw, his idea about it, it's like almost exactly what I like think too. Or like I'm at least to start because I skimmed through it a little bit just to catch up on like what I could talk about it. But it's like, you know, people brag about, oh, I work 80 hours a week, I make this much money, yada yada yada, and then they're like, oh, if I worked 40 hours a week, I wouldn't be able to survive. But then it's like, if you can't survive, by the way, right? Minimum wage was invented to be the bare minimum to support your family, right? A dad on minimum wage can support his whole family off of minimum wage back in the day. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Right? That's what minimum wage is. So if you went to trade school or college or wherever you went, you're now in debt maybe. Or trade school is free, I think, or a lot cheaper. Because I did like an AP like essay on this shit. But if you can't survive on if you're working over 40, you should be making way extra money, you know what I'm saying? 40 hours, that should cover everything. Like no matter what. That's my idea on it. Especially considering you're making more than minimum wage, most likely, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no world where you should be required to work 80 hours a week. Like what's seven times 24? What, that's like one over 140, you know what I'm saying? Or like maybe like around 160. Like bro, you're working over like, am I stupid? You're working over half of your week at work, and then sleep. You're supposed to get 8 hours. No one working 80 hours is getting 8 hours. You know what I mean? Let's say 4 hours. 4 hours. Okay, 80 plus 4 every day. 7, 28, 108. You have 40 hours to live, and like, I don't know. It's just that shouldn't be how it is. You know what I mean? That's not like that shouldn't be how you're required to live. If you want to grind and make extra money, yeah, but that shouldn't be what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And by the time, like what he said, in like 20 years, knees are messed up, your back's all messed up. Like that just shouldn't be the way you're required to live, because you don't even get to live at that point. It's just you work to survive or like have somewhere to rest. Then you only rest and eat food and stuff, so you can go back to work again. Like, and with the cost of living, I don't even know if you're saving that much. So it's like, are you benefiting your future self, or are you just, because you're fucking yourself over physically, are you benefiting yourself financially or what? Like, I don't know. But take it with a grain of salt though, because I'm not in their shoes. Everyone has different scenarios and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Are you know what I'm saying?
Can I just express how I'm so sick of working overtime? I'm so sick of working overtime to survive. Like, 2026, I can't do this shit no more. I cannot do this shit no more. Like, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of... I literally got paid at 6:05. It's 6:29. My whole check is gone. Like, and then had to spend money on food for the kids. So I probably got like $500. Like, and the overtime was allowing me to make ends meet, meaning pay my rent and buy my kids some food, and still had that $500. If I didn't do the overtime, I wouldn't be able to pay my rent, and still I would probably have to pay like a quarter of my rent and survive for the next 2 weeks off of. Oh, mind you, I ain't even paid the rest of my car payment yet. So. And I only got $1,600 left on my car payment. Shit about to be paid off. But I can barely make that. It's either one or the other. So next paycheck will be the car payment. And I might take the whole check and pay that shit off. So that shit can be completely done data. But, like, I'm tired of having to work overtime just to make ends meet. To barely still get by. Like, shit is too fucking high out here. Especially for somebody that's single with kids. I don't give a fuck if you a man or a woman. It's high out this bitch. Like, it's hard out this bitch by yourself. Like, thank God I work from home where I can have my kids home. I feel for the people that, you know, don't have nobody to watch their kids or can't afford child care.
Like my kids going to school or whatever, but like how August is off of school now, he's staying with me for the break so his father can go work. Because like it's people out here that you cannot afford all this shit if you on regular base pay. I don't even know how much salary, like if people even making it with salary pay at this point, because it's fucking crazy. Like 2026, all that shit Chat GPT said about me, putting myself first and me not taking my own goals and stuff serious because it's no, she said, because there's no sudden consequence for myself. I don't have a consequence for myself. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna put it off tomorrow. No, I'm not doing nothing tomorrow. The fuck? No. So I pray for us. I pray for all the people out here that's trying to fucking make it, barely making it, not making it. If you is making it, it's like I do not feel like working this overtime right now, but I have to. I don't have a choice. So I just wanna I'm over it.
Nobody will ever convince me that working is normal. Waking up tired, dragging yourself out of bed, giving all your energy to a job that will replace you in 2 seconds, coming home drained, too tired to enjoy your kids, your peace, your life, or even yourself, and somehow this is what we call normal? No. This is survival, y'all. This is burnt out, dressed up as responsibility. This is people breaking their necks, breaking their backs to barely make it, and we're supposed to smile and act like we're grateful for it? And you mean to tell me we only get one life, and most of it is supposed to be spent stressed, underpaid, overlooked, and exhausted? That would never sit right with me. And I'm not saying people shouldn't work. I'm saying this system is not normal. It's not normal to have anxiety every Sunday about Monday. It's not normal to cry in the parking lot before a shift. And it's not normal to work full-time and still be behind on bills. And it's not normal to feel like your whole life belongs to a company. And they told us this was just part of being an adult. But honestly, a lot of us are waking up and realizing this ain't living. This is existing. I want more than survival. I want peace, y'all. I want freedom. I want to actually enjoy my life without feeling guilty for needing rest. So no, nobody will ever convince me that this is normal. Because, no.
Yeah, what's it called? I don't want to sound like ungrateful or anything, but like the whole idea of working and the American dream like that, like working 40 hours to survive, yada, 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 it never really made sense to me. But if anything, I would assume that it provides you stability and like, if you're working full time, that's supposed to be full time. That's all your time. It's your time fully spent at work. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it at least. So I think that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that should provide you enough stability where those 40 hours should get you bare minimum everything you need. You know what I'm saying? Like enough to make it. And when you factor in overtime, it's overtime. You're working extra time. You're not required to do that. You know what I mean? It's extra time. Full-time work is 40 hours. Working overtime, that should be getting you ahead. That should be optional. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know I said this earlier in the video, but it's like, that's just how it should be. You know what I'm saying? If you're working overtime and still not making it, because regular time is supposed to help you make it. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be enough. But I guess it's set up in a way now with the cost of living and how wages have kept up with that. Everyone just fucked, bro. I'm scared for adulthood, bro. I cannot work. Like, I hope I figure something out because I don't know. I don't know. That's spooky, bro.
That's why they want you to work all fucking day, every day, because they know you working every day. First of all, they know that if you got to drive to go to your job, most likely you're going to stop and get some on the way. They know you're going to spend some kind of money along the way. And then if you working 40 hours or more, 2-3 jobs, right, just to make it, they know that you're going to be so tired when you get home that you're going to get the fast food. You're going to get the easiest, most convenient option because you don't want to spend an hour, 2 hour cooking. They know you're not finna do that. They know you're not. They know me and you not finna do that. So if they keep us working and they keep us, if they keep us working and they keep us, that's why a lot of companies didn't want motherfuckers to go back to the, wanted people to come back in the office. Y'all remember, like, after like a year or so of the COVID, everybody got comfortable staying at home. They was saving money on gas. They ain't have to buy dumbass outfits and suits. They was eating at home, everything, right? But the motherfucking corporations, and they were mad because the work was still getting done properly. The motherfuckers, there wasn't need for no micromanaging ass managers. The work was still getting done, but they wanted people to come back to the office because they want to micromanage motherfuckers, and they need you to spend money because those companies lost a lot of money because motherfuckers wasn't out there buying gas like that. Motherfuckers wasn't out there buying fast food and everything like that. People was eating at home.
I seen this girl on here, and she basically said, like, about people talking about, like, living paycheck to paycheck. And she said, basically, like, is it really a bad thing that we live paycheck to paycheck, or do y'all just have bad habits, basically? In our reality, y'all know, you can have the best habits. You can budget. You can save money out of all your checks. I meal prep. You can meal prep. You can do a lot of shit, right? And you get sick one time, and you ain't got no motherfucking insurance. And see how much that set you back. I got sick. I got the stomach virus last summer, y'all. I went to urgent care. I ain't got no insurance. I came out of $500 because they want to run all these stupid ass tests, and they do stupid stuff, unnecessary shit. You have a car problem, that's finna set you back. You can have all this money in your savings. Certain stuff happen in life. You just never know what's gonna happen. Anything can happen tomorrow, and it'll set you. You done came out a couple $1,000s. It's anything. In our reality, they just need to pay. I need some extra fucking money. A lot of people are getting paid minimum wage. We need money. We need money. You can have the best habits. You need some extra money. The fuck?
When I think about it, I'm not poor, but I live paycheck to paycheck. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I have money, but not, like, enough. You know what I mean? Because by the time I do have money, it's the next bill. It's the next month. And I have to pay my bills. So, I'm low-key poor. I don't know. Whatever.
Have y'all ever heard the saying, living paycheck to paycheck? Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me put it in perspective for you. I had $1.83 in my bank. I just swiped credit at the gas pump so I could get $10 for gas because I was on E, my friend. And hopefully in 2 business days, I get that $10 back in my account because my bank does not play, man. They charged me $40 in overdraft fees because I was overdrafted 7 pennies. I ain't even playing it. Banks do not mess around with their money, even if it's 7 pennies. So, all that to say, please hit all these buttons so I can get TikTok paid and get my $10. Love you, bye.
Like, bro, I'm telling you, with the combination of the cost of living in the world right now, and just like wages not keeping up with it, like everyone is so screwed. Like, look at all these people that you guys just saw, right? They're all struggling, you know. And there's gonna be someone in the comments, because there always is. They're like, "Oh, well, I'm not struggling. You guys just need to lock in or some shit like that." But it's like everybody has different scenarios in life. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I come from a very fortunate position, but I think I still have enough empathy and like intellectual like ability to put myself into someone else's shoes to try to like understand and sympathize with them. You know what I mean? Because no one wants to struggle. You know what I'm saying? These people, they're working overtime. They're working full-time jobs. They probably went to college. They're probably doing their best. They're probably cutting like things out that they don't need, going out less, spending less money unnecessarily. You know what I mean? Like, they're just trying to make it, and they can't. And like, that's really the issue. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are just like, cut back. But it's like, people have already done that, and it's like, you can't cut back anymore, or else you're just not even enjoying your life. Like, only work is in your life right now, and they're still barely making it. You know what I mean? Like, that's so stupid how overtime is required for people to live. You know what I mean? Like, it all ties back to like minimum wage. That's supposed to be the minimum you're able to survive on. You know what I'm saying? But people are making way over minimum wage because, you know, they have actual jobs and stuff. I'm not saying minimum wage jobs are not actual jobs. Every job is hard as hell. Every job is a job, you know what I'm saying? A job's a job. That's my opinion on it. I don't value any job over the other, unless it's like a doctor. I mean, I do value them, but like it it's a job, you know what I'm saying? A job is a job, no matter what. Like, yeah, maybe they have different importance on like just importance level, but every job is a job. And I mean, that's a responsibility somebody has. That's a time commitment that should be able to support you. You know what I mean? And I think the quote unquote unimportant jobs should still get you through. And the super important jobs, you should be flourishing. You know what I mean? I think that's how it should be, if anything.
I'm so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I just waited for the mailman to show up so I could get my paper check in the mail that I've been waiting for weeks. So I could come to the bank and deposit it. But because I have negative money in my account, I'm only going to get like a little bit of it because like I can only access $100 for the first day. So I'm probably going to have like $60 today. I haven't gone grocery shopping in probably a month. We have like no food to eat for dinner except for like mac and cheese and ramen. I have $300 electric bill that's overdue. My phone bill's overdue. I just gave my husband my last paycheck from last week so we could pay the mortgage 2 weeks late. And in 10 days or 11 days, the mortgage for next month is due. So it's like this paycheck isn't even like, why do I even have it? Like they might as well take my paycheck and just send it to all my bills. Like what's the point in me even getting my paycheck? It's like annoying. Like I'm not going to see it anyway. Not only that, but in like 3 weeks, I have to pay for summer camp because school's almost over. So it's like, that's another $700-800 that I have to come up with to pay for summer camp. And if I don't pay for summer camp, guess who can't work because their kid is going to be at home with them? Me. So obviously that's going to be like a major to do. Like I can't not pay summer camp. Not only do I have a personal loan and medical bills up the wazoo, like literally I have like a bill for like $3,000 from the hospital. I have like an $8,000 personal loan that was a consolidation loan from like a bunch of loans that I had. I haven't paid them in like 7 months. I owe them so much money. They call me like twice a day, dude. Like collections calls, fucking, and all I'm doing every day is doing my best. And I literally can't get ahead. Like I can't get ahead. I wake up and I fucking work. And these people are after me for money. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally trying my best. What do you want from me? I have side gigs here and there, like OF. Once in a while, I'll make like $60. But like, that's not really consistent. And like, I'm a painter. Like, I have a ladder in the back of my car. I'm a painter, right? So like, today, I literally didn't have enough tools to do my job. And I was like, I can't do this right now. Like, I don't have the fucking shit that I need for my job. Like, I can't even fucking work, dude. Like, I'm so stressed. I literally can't. I can't fucking do this anymore.
Yep, so overtime's a scam. You shouldn't need to do that, you know what I'm saying? And even when you do, it should get you forward. Cost of living is too high. People are broke. And also, you working so much, you have no time, right? And you want to enjoy your life a little bit. So you go to the small pleasures because it's not like say I just got off like a 10-hour shift and I like basketball. I'm not gonna go and play basketball more likely than not because I'm tired as hell. I need to get some sleep, maybe hit the gym or something, you know what I mean? Oh wait, that's a bad example. But it's like I can't go play basketball to relieve myself. I'll buy some food or get a drink or something, play some 2K or something, you know what I mean? Like those are expenses that we don't need to make, but society and our lives are designed for us to continue to make these like little small pleasures to actually make our life quote unquote enjoyable. But in reality, all that's doing is keeping us trapped in the same exact cycle of just working to get money and then spending our money back so they get their money back anyways, you know what I'm saying? And that's really just how it's designed. That's why you need to figure out your own thing because overtime will never make you wealthy, you know what I'm saying? Because like they've said in the video, you're trading your time for money in the first place, and over time, you're trading even more of your time in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. So, and keep in mind, I'm a teenager, and I'm not really I haven't experienced this. You know what I'm saying? So, take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion on it.